going on, y'all? I wanted to check out this video from a content creator by the name of Rev. He's speaking on Hasan Piker, one of the biggest clowns on any platform, YouTube, Twitch, X, anything that you see Hasan Piker on, you're going to see some clown behavior. Like, it's almost guaranteed. But let's see what the update is. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and drop some comments, all that good stuff. And the hype button too, if you're able to.
Here, behold the face of utter defeat despite an almost guaranteed victory. Hasan Piker has once again backed the wrong dog in a race for the governor of Wisconsin. He backed up and even campaigned with the socialist nominee who hates America, hates white people, and wants to abolish the police. So a natural fit for Hasan and his orbit, who are celebrating what was predicted by every analyst and poll out there as a secured victory for this candidate. But lo and behold, in the last minute, she lost in a stunning defeat. And now people are looking at her connection to Hasan and wondering if he made all the difference. Now, of course, we're going to get into all that. But first, I want to look at some funny things going on involving Hasan, including the FBI office in Los Angeles, Hasan's hometown here, offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to the successful prosecution of criminals who violate the Preventing Animal Cruelty and Torture Act. Oh boy, I know somebody who might be a very good candidate for that. You can see a post from Laura Loomer.
Yeah, it would be a wrap for Hasan, for sure. Wait, somebody posted Hasan up in there? That's crazy.
Tagging the FBI Los Angeles account saying, "I'd like to report a Muslim communist streamer named Hasan Piker who abused his dog while he was streaming. Hasan Piker lives in Los Angeles." In the video below, you can see Hasan Piker screaming at his dog and electrocuting his dog, Kaya, with a shock collar because she got up to stretch her legs while he was streaming. Now, of course, if there's any downfall for Hasan that's actually going to take place, it's likely going to be because of what he did to his dog. But you can see the Hasan sycophant desperately trying to propose community notes, saying that Hasan denied using a shock collar and then talking about PETA. These people are completely desperate, and also this note is completely irrelevant and not needed whatsoever. But of course, let's not forget about Fish. Okay, that is the previous dog that Hasan had. You can see this clip. I don't even know if I can play this on YouTube because he grabbed it by its tail and yoinked it, which, by the way, can paralyze a dog, and then said, if you...
I do remember that. He was so out of pocket. There's too many moments that we've seen on like just YouTube or Twitch or whatever with Hasan, him doing something crazy with his dog, multiple different dogs. Him crossing certain lines and violating. I don't know how he still has a platform to stream to, honestly. I've seen people get banned for less, but it's Hasan Piker, you know, that woke favoritism.
Run right now, I'll effing kill you. There's also photos of this dog wearing a metal chain where it was literally piercing its skin and causing it to bleed. But hey, these are our observations, but if you don't trust our observations, just go back to the old bro tips day, back when Hasan was with his uncle Cenk. One of the co-hosts on the Young Turks here actually described this dog Fish and said it whines a lot. And she always thought it was being mistreated. Now, I'm not going to play this clip so they can yoink the ad revenue from this video, but that is the quote from the clip. Now, of course, we need some more puff pieces. If this is going to blow up, we need more puff pieces. We talked about this one in a recent video from one of the sycophants saying, why is everyone scared of Hasan Piker? Now, this was in response to some leaked old clips of Hasan saying stuff like this, that he wants to destroy the white race. Yes, but it's just a joke, guys. No, seriously, the guy who constantly rags on white people, he would never actually mean something like this. But unfortunately for Hasan, multiple new clips have resurfaced, a blights for any of the candidates he is currently campaigning with, where he makes it very clear he hates the United States and he's very sad about the fall of the Soviet Union.
And oh my God, I can't believe they're walking over the Israeli and the American flag. Like, suck my dude. Can do whatever the fuck they want with the American flag and the Israeli flag. I wipe my ass with the American flag. This.
Hell yeah. Wow. Wow, bro.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name. You
Nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty. I still don't have the timing of that on point yet. My bad. I was feeling the vibe. I was nasty fam. I'm about to start crumping. My bad.
As a communicator, especially as a communicator that is in the United States of America, I understand the utter moral depravity of the average American. In order to make a more convincing argument, I always try to message to the room that I'm speaking to, if that makes sense.
Empires never die quietly, and we must end the American empire regardless.
Wow.
The fall of the USSR was one of the greatest catastrophes of the 20th century. Just wait.
Hey, I'm going to need about 20 more emergency puff pieces ASAP. Thank you. That's Hasan to his publicist trying to do some damage control, because it turns out saying that you want to wipe your behind with the Constitution and that you're sad that the Soviet Union fell is something that will look really bad for anybody who's associated with this guy. I'm not sure how he's going to glide his way out of this one. I don't know if any puff piece can make that better. But then again, these sort of sentiments that he just expressed is something that most of the socialist candidates he is around probably agree with anyways, including wackadoos like this Francesca Hong, who was the Democratic nominee for governor for the state of Wisconsin. And Hasan was doing everything he could to back this woman, including streaming with her and even campaigning with her in recent weeks. In fact, Hasan even let his orbit get in on the action, including Mike from PA here, adorning merch like hotties for Hong. And later on in tweets, he would say, this is the Mike from PA difference, referring to polls like this, where it was almost...
That's a weirdo, too. That is a weird ass dude. That guy's a creep. There's been too much evidence of that. Like him nut riding Hasan Piker is the only reason why he has any form of relevancy currently. If it wasn't for that, he would have just been a big locale like Review Tech USA, or what's the other one? I haven't spoken about him in a while. Is it DSP? Dark Side Phil?
Almost a guarantee from all the polls and analysts that Hong was going to win the Democratic primary.
Y'all said she's trying to ban Thanksgiving. The hell's wrong with her? That's crazy. What's next? Christmas? But no more birthdays, even though that wouldn't mean much to me. But still, that's over the top.
Primary for governor in the state of Wisconsin. Now, what's up with this woman, right? She's a socialist, and of course, she wants to decrease our prison population and abolish the police. She also hates white people, reporting that she left a restaurant due to too many old white people, which is very ironic for a woman who married a white businessman. Yes, what? A socialist who hates white people marrying a white businessman. Many such cases. What's the phrase? Radical in the streets, colonized in the... Yeah, exactly.
I see what you did there. I like that. That was funny. Radical in the streets, colonizing them.
But this is also another point of contention. Here's just a random clip where she's basically saying, I'm going to bring socialism to Wisconsin. But you see this right here. This is her son, who's obviously mixed race. But why do I even bring this up? Who cares? Well, she had a full-on panic attack, realizing that having a half-white son would make her in close proximity to whiteness.
I wasn't always aware of the struggles of other communities of color because for me, assimilation always kind of took over. And so I did marry. My proximity to whiteness continues, right? I'm my son is biracial. He's half white and half Korean, and I think navigating, what his identity is and how people perceive him is always at the back of my mind as well.
This poor kid, ladies and gentlemen, imagine having this wackadoo as your mother, someone who literally is demonizing half of your ethnicity, saying that being in close proximity to you.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yep. That's insane. Either she is bugged out and needs to be in an asylum, or it's just a certain level of wokeness that has went to new heights. It could be both. It could be both. And she could just be grifting too.
Is somehow frightening to her. Absolutely diabolical. And of course, with radicals like her, she also makes veiled threats on the life of President Donald Trump. Are we surprised at all by that? Also, not so important, but I just want to point it out as well. She also hates Thanksgiving. She wanted to cancel Thanksgiving back in 2020, saying even if it takes a worldwide pandemic for us to realize we should stop celebrating colonization, it'll be worth it. Absolutely deranged, miserable people. But speaking of miserable...
Fam, listen. We all know the truth about Thanksgiving. It's the same way we all know the truth about Christmas. Shut up. No one cares. It's just an excuse to go eat a bunch of food and give out gifts and get gifts. No one gives a damn about nothing you saying. Real talk. It is what it is. People take holidays and through the years they get celebrated differently forever. That's been going on since existence. Real talk. They used to celebrate Christmas way differently. But who cares? That's like the main point. You sitting here trying to cancel Thanksgiving. You think people about to give up turkey for you? No, it's not how it works. He said no more stuffing and gravy. Word up, though. Like, she's bugging.
People, who is voting for this individual? Well, you can see there are very compelling arguments as to why they're voting for her, saying that it's nice to see someone who is like me and a single mom. She's a woman. There you go, guys. Case in point, she looks like the person and is also a woman. That's incredibly compelling stuff. But you can see some Twitter users perplexed as to why anyone would hate Francesca Hong so much. And then you look at the bios of the individual saying this. 26, evil socialist, trans, polyamorous, and also that they're a social media influencer. Yep, many such cases. But let's go back to Mike from PA, the Hasan orbiter.
Not this guy. not him. Not like this. Got me saying, what does he call it? The line for the Matrix. Not like this. That's funny too.
With this now horribly aged tweet right here saying this is the Mike from PA difference, showing the July 2026 poll, showing Francesca Hong with an almost guaranteed victory in this primary. But you know what? Speaking of the Mike from PA difference, this will be always to me the Mike from PA difference.
That's fine. I think that's fine. So if a guy pays my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention.
You guys knew the clip was coming, okay? I play it every single time we talk about this guy.
Well, I just yo, this is so creepy. I used to have a friend like that spoke like that and acted like that. And he refused to just grow and adapt and not be such a weirdo. I remember my roommate, I had to warn him. I was like, yo, my boy coming over. He a little weird. He was like, what you mean? I was like, he talks like this. And oh my gosh. My roommate was dying laughing. This is years ago, like when I had my first apartment. He was dying laughing. And he was like, there's no way. And then he met my friend. Everything was cool. Next day he comes over. He's like, yo, bro, why was his voice exactly how you did it? Like the mannerisms and the impersonation was identical. Yeah. That's how they act. It's a syndrome of I get no pussyitis. Editor, bleep that out. Oh, I'm bugging.
I can't help it. It is literally like a national pastime over here, okay? But of course, we did see the mic.
Play that one more time. Yeah, play that clip one more time. I gotta see that. Just wants your attention.
From PA Difference.
That's fine. I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention.
You guys knew the clip was coming, okay? I play it every single time we talk about this guy. I can't help it. It is literally like a national pastime over here, okay? But of course, we did see the mic from PA Difference because Francesca Hong would secure a very easy... Wait a second. That's not Francesca Hong. Wait a second. That's David Crowley winning the Democratic nomination for Wisconsin governor. What happened, ladies and gentlemen? The mic from PA Difference actually put this guy into the lead. I cannot believe it. And also do not talk to Hasan or his orbit right now, because whenever a black person gets in the way of their political agenda, it doesn't end well, okay? The very progressive people over there turn very not so progressive very quickly. But of course, yes, the radical Francesca Hong has been defeated. And all I can think is about Hasan's involvement. I think he was the difference maker, just not the way he thought. Okay. He has not only been streaming with her, he is literally out there campaigning with her. And I can't help but think maybe there was some influence because his recent campaigning aligned directly with the sharp and immediate downfall of her campaign. But Hasan is not taking it well. In fact, he's making some more not so veiled calls to violence in response.
We'll be able to lean into their victories. So it'll be less difficult. It'll be easier to deliver our message. It'll be more difficult, though, because the establishment will not underestimate us. They will continue to undermine us, but they will not underestimate us. So the knives will be out.
Can we even go a week without Hasan Piker making a not so thinly veiled call to violence on Twitch? It's absolutely insane. And people are pointing this out in the...
I'm telling you, people like Hasan Piker are the reasons why I changed my whole political ideology growing up. I've explained all of that to you guys before, so I'm going to get into it right now. But that level of just nastiness, it makes you think like, I don't want to be down with nobody, bro. Like, oh, this is just crazy.
Quote saying subtle but defensible calls to violence. It's only a dog whistle when Republicans do it. In fact, recently Hasan has been saying that there's calls to violence on him, taking much less aggressive statements and saying, oh, I know what you mean by that. Well, what do you mean by the knives will be out when you didn't get your way politically? Yeah, that's what I thought. But of course, here's some more quotes saying, how dare they not vote for people who want to defend the police and cancel Thanksgiving? They meant defund, of course, but those effing establishment snakes. And of course, Hasan is blaming the establishment for this one, but this quote points out something that I think we're all thinking about right now. His poor dog today. Guys, prayers for Kaya. It's gonna be a long day for that poor dog. But there's also another quote here saying he knows that El Said is going to cut him off now. Hong's loss pending recount means El Said knows there's a very good chance he loses in November. The cockiness and constant anti-Israel speech is going to disappear now, and we may see a desperate sprint towards the center. Of course, that's referring to another candidate that is closely linked to Hasan Piker. And what is he up to these days?
Blue schools?
You could not pay me to unmute this video. You couldn't pay me, but Here's another clip from Hasan where he takes credit for almost leading Francesca Hong to victory. And also he calls out the media and Thanksgiving as well.
But think about what the prospects of a socialist frontrunner looked like for a statewide race in Wisconsin. Think about how much has changed in the last 2 years. These motherfuckers undermined us. They talked big shit. They're going to keep doing it, by the way. They're going to call us terrorists. They're going to call us anti-Semites. They're going to call us idealists. And eventually we're going to win. Just think. 300,000 votes, more votes than virtually every single governor primary. You did that. So don't get discouraged, because the media will do everything in its power to try to discourage you. They will tell you you're a fucking loser. They'll
Shut up. You are a loser. Like, what are we talking about? You are a loser. Yeah. Yeah, that adds up. Sound like facts to me. You always been a loser. That's your life. This too sounds so ridiculous. They're going to try to make it seem like,
say, oh, DSA, your candidate was ass. Oh, Francesca Hong was bad. She was a bad candidate. Oh, she didn't like Thanksgiving. Fuck them. And fuck Thanksgiving too.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a bit of a dopamine rush to see Hasan Piker crash and burn.
what did Thanksgiving do to you? For you to be that damn mad at Thanksgiving, what did Thanksgiving do? What did it do to you? Why are you so upset?
Backing up the wrong horse yet again in a political race. And I can't help but feel he is making the Hasan difference. He is making things harder for everyone he is affiliated with politically. And that is the attention he's always wanted. He's always wanted to be a force in politics. It's just that he's a blight. Anyone he's associated with is suffering one way or another. And that is true poetic justice, ladies and gentlemen. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like.
Shout outs to Rev. Hasan's a clown. Hasan's a clown for sure. I think that he's always going to be, but that's just my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Hit the like button and share the video.